Hello, Professor. It's my presentation. Impact on HRM in China hospitality industry during COVID-19 epidemic. Table of content. The first, aim and objective. The second, research methodology. The third, challenges, limitations, and ethical considerations. The last, conclusion. The aim and objectives. This paper focuses on introduction of HRM, current situations and challenges in the HRM of hotel industry during COVID-19 epidemic and potential solutions of each problem. It aims to explore the impact of COVID-19 on HRM and relevant practices within China's hospitality industry. The objectives include the first, to identify the specific HRM challenges faced by the industry during the pandemic. The second, to evaluate the adaptation strategies implemented by hospitality organizations. The third, to analyze the long-term effects on workforce management and employee engagement. The reason of study. Hotels industry is a labor-intensive industry and employees are particularly important. Hotel human resource management mainly focus on how to recruit the required excellent employees, improving the talents, skills of our departments and service levels of the hotel, and how to carry out all kinds of training to meet the hotel service standards and technical requirements. Besides taking performance evaluation and salary management to improve work effectiveness, motivating and affirming employees' work performance so economic leverages are also the tasks of HRM in order to realize discipline constraints and reduce turnover rate. As a result, understanding the HRM implications is culture of recovering and building resilience in this sector. The need for this study is highlighted by the significant workforce adjustments, changes in employees' relations, and the evolution of HRM practices that have emerged in response to the pandemic. Secondly, research indicates a pressing need for a comprehensive analysis of these changes to inform future HRM strategies and ensure sustainable recovery in hospitality industry. The secondary research, the staff turnover rate has increased significantly. During the epidemic, the hotel industry was hit hard, and the staff turnover rate researched 77, which led to the shortage of talents. Many frontline departments are vacant, and the turnover rate of grassroots employees exceeds 24, which seriously affects the operations and service quality of hotels. The second, global hotel business volume has fallen sharply due to the impact of the epidemic. The global hotel business volume dropped by 85 to 90. More than half of the employees were affected, and about 100,000 employees were focused to leave their jobs, which had an impact on the hotel industry. The third is tension between labor and capital. Due to the epidemic, some hotels have taken measures such as layoffs and unpaid holidays to deal with operational difficulties. Welfare and retention strategies can't be effectively granted or even reduced, which affects the management of labor relations and easily leads to tense employee relations. This is the research picture. The rationale of study. By examining these applications in China hospitality industry, the study can offer valuable insights into effective HR strategies that promote employee well-being, enhance management, and improve overall organizational performance. This case not only great organizations in developing more robust HR strategies and also identify lessons learned for future preparedness, for fostering a more sustainable and adaptable workforce. Additionally, the finding can inform policymakers and industry leaders about necessary changes in practice, ensure that employee rights and workplace conditions are revisited during challenging times. The second, research design. Research, researchers use a mix of qualitative and quantitative methods, including interviews with industry leaders in China, case studies, reports, and surveys. Data was collected so flexible interviews and analysis of official documents to study HR policies used during the pandemic. Researchers identified common themes and patterns in the interview and documents record using semantic analysis to address challenges like limited interviews and a small sample size. The study arranged interviews at convenient times and this organization the responsible patient or participant identifies were he analyzed animals to protect their privacy. The qualitative research. The first is method. The second is data collection and analysis. The last is presentation of research results. Next. The semi-structured interview. The first is definition. Semi-structured interview is a data collection method between completely open and strictly standardized, which allows research to ask a follow-up questions flexibly according to the respondent answers. The second is trust. The advantage of semi-structured interview lies in this flexibility and depends. The third is application. Semi-structured interviews are used to have a dialogue with hotel general manager, human resource managers, and industry experts, so as deeply understand the adaptation strategies of human resource management in the hotel industry. The population and simply. The first is HR professionals. These professionals are responsible for the human resource management of hotels, including recruitment, training, performance evaluation, and employee relations management. The second is GM. GM is the top manager of the hotel or the employee organization, responsible for making strategic plans, supervising daily operations, and ensure the long-term success of the organization. The second is hotel industry related practitioners. These managers come from all parts of China. They may work in hotel industry in different cities or regions, but they all face similar challenges and opportunities. They will be familiar with the challenges related of HRM in the hotel industry at present, so as to cope with market competition. The context of participations. The first is diversity of information dissemination channels. The second is technical requirements and geographical location. The second is economic cost and social physiological factors. The simply says limitation. Influence of small sample size. The research may be limited by the small sample size, which may affect the universality of the results. In order to alleviate this problem, the research needs to adopt cumulative channels to obtain samples and expand coverage to supplement the samples and improve the responsiveness and reliability of the research. The diversified organizational scope research should cover a wide range of organizations. This can ensure that the research results are universal in different types and sizes of organizations, thus improving the credibility of the research. The confidentiality protection. The first is important of informed consent. By obtaining informed consent, researchers can respect the autonomy of participations and lay the foundation for the research. The second implementation strategy of confidentiality protection. The last is anonymization of data. The conclusion. In general, the outbreak of COVID-19 has brought new challenges to the hotel industry HRM. How to effectively deal with slow this difficult with related measures in order occupy a favorable position in the economic recovery in the post-epidemic era is the most important take of all HR managers. As a personnel-intensive industry, HRM is an important part of hotel development, which determines the success of the hotel in the future. Therefore, the dedications of on HRM must be the conclusion of obtained after comprehensive consideration with various factors. In other words, the decision on HRM is a major event affecting the future survival of the hotel, so we must be very careful. This is my reference. Thank you, Professor.